Hey, what's going on, guys? And today we're gonna be making another epic video
Boy, if you don't.
on me getting, well, me almost getting suspended on online school. See, this was you're probably saying in the comments already, Caden or Shadow, whatever you want to call me, Caden Shadow. How did you manage to almost get suspended? Well, this is what the video is gonna be. Get ready. This one's gonna be a doozy.
Really, nigga?
Alright, so it starts off with me waking up late, right? I missed my first class. I'm just like, I'm gonna get up. And I decide to get on. Because I'm like, oh shit. I forgot I actually have class. Because I stayed up late, like I always do. Because my sleep schedule is fucked. So, I hurry up and boot up my computer, right? I log in. I get everything set up so I can get in. I sign in. I go through my second period, no problem. I'm all good. I'm just chilling on a vibe, you know. But, you know, I get to my third period teacher. Oh, my poor third period teacher. Her voice makes me want to have a fucking stroke. So, I'm sitting in that class, not even fucking 10 minutes into that class. Like, I already knew this day was gonna be pretty shit when I woke up, but I didn't realize it was gonna be this kind of shit. So, not even 10 minutes into the class, the teacher starts getting spammed with invites to join the Zoom call. And I'm just like, well, it was a Google Meet, but like, and I was like, wow. Someone in this class posted the link onto like some type of social media or a link or something. So I'm sitting there just like waiting, and some kid ends up getting in through like a phone number. Like someone called them and allowed them. Like they probably like crossed the calls. What I thought. So a kid got in, and so the kid was like, "Damn, bitch, you got some annoying ass voice." And I was like, "Oh shit!" Like they couldn't hear me. My voice was on mute, but I was like, "Oh shit!" I was dying. Like it was great to hear that. Like she had to hear it, bro. But like it's all good. So he ends up getting kicked, and the teacher's like, "Nah, we'll do this. I'll post it in the Google Classroom." I'm like, it's whatever. So I'm just sitting there, just waiting to see if anyone else joins because I want to listen to this. Like this is interesting. So one of the teachers are like, "Yo, Caden, stay behind, bro." I'm like, for sure. So all the kids leave, and she's like, "So, Caden, did you do this?" And I'm like, "Maybe." And then like as soon as I said maybe, I was like, "Nah, I'm just messing with you. Nah, it wasn't me for real." And she was like, "Are you lying? Like you won't be in trouble." And I'm like, "Nah, I'm just messing with you. It wasn't me. It's all good, man." And she was like, "All right." So I'm dyslexic. I'm retarded, basically. I'm a dirty little bastard, basically. Might have hepatitis. I'm joking. Yeah, but I can't fucking read. So she just asked me like basic questions like, "What reading program do you use?" And I'm like, "I don't use reading programs. I just use Google Translate. Copy and paste, bitch." And she's like, "I," and I leave the call. And so like I'm like, I got a free hour just chilling. So I just run to my bed. I drop down, and I'm just sitting there like watching YouTube or some shit, scrolling through my feed, you know. And I get a call from some random ass number. Like, I don't know. I get a call, and they're like, "Hey, Caden." I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" They're like, so, what happened to class today? I'm like, well, the teacher ended up getting spammed with calls, and one kid got in and said very naughty words. And she's like, huh? Yeah? Are you lying? I'm like, no. What? She's like, well, we have your IP address, and it shows up as yours. I'm like, In my mind, I'm thinking, that shouldn't be how that works. If someone got in, why would they have my IP address? And they're like, well, we got your IP address. I'm like, yo, can you send it to me? Because I know my IP address. It's not hard to get my own IP address. And I was like, yo, can you send it to me? And she's like, yeah, of course. She still doesn't send it to me. And she's like, alright, so you're going to be suspended for, I think it was like 5 or 7 days. I can't remember. And I'm like, what? So you're to suspend me for something I didn't do, and you're going to suspend me for, before I even get to explain myself. And she's like, yes, because we know it's you. And I'm like, how? Where's the evidence? And she was like, well, you've done stuff like this before. I'm like, what? What have I done before? She's like, well, the joking part in, like, 7th grade. I'm like, do you not hear yourself? For one, that's 7th grade, and that's going to be for another story time. And for 2, what? So, I was sitting there like, what the fuck is she talking about? Because, for one, that has nothing to do with the situation we're at now. And I was like, well, that was literally in 7th grade. She's like, well, 2 years ago. I'm like, that's actually a long time, buddy.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god. Stop you fucking lying.
So I'm like, alright, so you gonna send me my IP address or not? She's like, well, we're not because we don't have to. I'm like, yeah, you kinda do. So either you send me the IP address or we're not talking about this. Like, this is not gonna be a conversation that we're having. And I'm gonna go back to class tomorrow. And she's like, well, you're not. And I'm like, well, if you don't send me my IP address, well, then why are you stuck on the IP address? That is not the reason. I'm like, kinda is, because you're accusing me for bullshit that you don't even have. And me and her were arguing back and forth for a while, and I'm like, alright, I'm gonna call my dad that works for the federal government. And she was like, of course. And so I call him to, like, because he knows more about this than I do. And so I call him, I'm like, yo, here's her number, talk to her. And he had to wait because they were busy talking to me. And she the only reason I knew she didn't have shit on me was the fact that she was like, well, I'm gonna let you off with a warning, but if any of this shit happens again, you're just gonna be kicked out. I'm like, okay. I'm like, so does that mean I can go back to class tomorrow? She's like, Caden, don't test my patience. I'm like, I'm asking you a question. Fuck are you talking about? So I managed to talk my way out of getting suspended, which I knew they didn't have shit on me, because saying that they had my IP address, anyone in the comments can figure out why they would say they had my IP address. Go ahead. I figured it was just so they would be like, well, we have your IP address, we know it's fucking you. Because I know they didn't have shit. Yeah, so they did call my mom. They were pissed. My mom was pissed for a second, and then she was like, oh shit, yep. You're not fucking stupid. Because we got NordVPN. I'm joking. Not sponsored. Please sponsor me. Even though I'm like 70 subscribers. But it's alright. So, yeah, that was the unfortunate story. Yeah, unfortunate. Yeah.
Why are you crying?
Alright, boys. Thank you guys for watching the video. Appreciate it. This video is pretty okay. I thought it was funny. This happened like, I think like a week or two ago. So yeah. If you guys want me to make a video on my shit school, just type in the comments. I don't know what the rules are for revealing what my school is, because that'd be pretty funny to get hate, give my school hate. That would be pretty lit. I don't think they could press charges or anything. So we'll see what happens. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching, and like, subscribe, do your thing.
Down, come on, yo.